Hey, Angry Anime Fan 2 here to bring you the Toriko chapter 222. And what can I say? We have seen Setsuno in action, and she is awesome! Or maybe probably this wasn't the half of her power, but her hunting power has been explained. And I will try to explain it. It appears you know that, well, I don't know if anybody has seen it, but there was this chapter when Alfaro, the aide to the boss from Bishukai, tried to throw shurikens at Setsuno, and she yelled at him, and they were uh, and the plates were smashed to smithereens. Someone once guessed that was speed. It appears now it was revealed how. She kills by using air pressure or pressure cooking. I think her strong aura or whatever, and it's similar on how they cook. She cook a beast in her range using the air pressure, so she can control that. I probably am wrong, I think I double need to check that. But well, uh, but yeah, it's some kind of air pressure, and that's why she many times never moves but still kills people. Because as soon as they're in her range, she air push cook them. That's her hunting method. And elsewhere, well, many cocky beasts who surprisingly can talk. Is my theory about mutating creatures not that far off? Because, in one chapter I once guessed that the small fries from the Regal Mammoth arc, that Bay and those were mutated. Of course, they could simply have enhanced their gourmet cells. It's more probable. But now these wild beasts, Lyle beasts or whatever, that the other brand chefs described as small fries, seems to talk. So does that mean that my mutated theory is not that far off? I probably will never get an answer. Anyways, and yeah, well, Setsuno cooks many of these beasts until a familiar one slashes them away. Yeah, everybody guessed it. It's Chiyo. Turns out, and we still haven't seen Milk the Second in action. Yeah, I know. Why am I always thinking about that? Now, after this video, unless she will appear, I probably won't mention it. Well, it was only clear that Chiyo and Setsuno is a match, right? Well, Chiyo, an arrogant bitch as usual, says that if it wasn't for Setsuno, then she would have gained the title National Treasure. Human Treasure, I mean. And Setsuno look at her with despise, saying that she has fallen, but Chiyo only proclaims she has moved on. And then she launches, and here is something shocking, or at least a little bit. No, what's that say? Setsuno blocks Chiyo's slashes with one hand. Yeah, one hand. And I mean, Toriko, he had to use fork shield in order to block the slashes, but Chiyo, she is blocked with one hand, unless of course she also used some kind of appetite energy, whatever. But what I'm trying to say is she blocked it. And now she mentions she would have loved to settle things with Chiyo in a cooking cause once they were rivals, but now they're gonna settle this. Everybody's panicked of the war, and elsewhere that annoying shaved guy, what was his name? Otabe? No. That was the other guy. Ume. I know his name wasn't Ume. I still hate that nickname, Ume-chan. How come how come the three childhood friends call themselves with Chan? Well, who am I to judge? Anyway, let's just say I'm gonna call him Ume right now. Ume is searching for his President Mori that he works for, and the Mori president has and he sees him, and he follows him. And the Umi president is apparently in a hidden room, and he talks to that greedy man. I have forgotten, as usual, what his name was, but you know, it was that high-priced mine from the Century Soup Park, and a guy with a stick, no, cane that I do not know the name of. Well, how surprising. I don't even know if he's recognized. And then that Zero Hermit, I mean that Zero Bitope Hermit, that many suspect is a traitor. They talk and they seem to say that Bishop Kai is an advantage, and maybe they should get is a disadvantage, and maybe they should show themselves or whatever. But then suddenly the Hermit mentions that the Bishop Kai has a triumph card. So now I'm actually beginning to wonder, is the theory of a traitor still not that far off? I mean, they say they should intervene. Or does that mean, or is these greedy riches men the third antagonists? I once said to myself that Nitro, the Bishop Kai, and that mysterious man in a cloak is the main antagonists of this manga. Well, Ume did not understand what happens, and elsewhere that Kuribo also shows himself, but Ume doesn't see him. Oh, and did I just mention Nitro? You guessed it. The Triumph card have revealed themselves on the cooking field. It's the Nitro! They have shown themselves now. And they kill or greatly wound a chef. It's an all-out war. But it's too many fights. How are they gonna cover it all? I still think the Bishop Kai is gonna win this fight. However, now the Nitro have shown themselves, I have a feeling many cooks will get captured. Is it time for the, well, whatever the rich men are planning, is it good or is it bad? Or have they their own hidden agenda? Well, and what side is Kuribo on? No idea. Who will win in a fight against Chiyo and Setsuno? Well, Chiyo always seems to have the advantage. Will we still see Toriko and Stallions fight? How about Green Patch and Coco's fight, and Tomirod's and Sunny's? And how is Zebra doing by protecting everyone? Yeah, and more. It's useless saying that. Well, I have said all my theories. I wonder if we will get a chapter next week, but it's getting crazy. So I'll see you next week. Oh, and everybody was right. It was Chiyo and Setsuno. You still mad about that? Nah, I just did a bad joke on you. Bye.